Listen, life be lifing, and it does not always want to give you like an accurate calendar of what's going to happen, right? Unexpected costs, things that you just never knew would be on the horizon happen. Right? Life doesn't happen bi-weekly, so why should payday? The money you earn can be in your hands today with Earnin. Earnin is an app that gives you access to your pay as you work, up to $100 per day or up to $750 per pay period. Just download the Earning app and verify your paycheck. Then access up to $100 a day as you work and leave an optional tip. Any money you access plus tips are automatically repaid from your next paycheck. Listen, Earnin is something that I definitely needed when I was young, because there were things that I just wasn't able to prepare for. Like when I would get a flat tire. I'm telling you, automobile expenses alone is the reason that I would have wanted Earnin, because they don't wait for you to get paid. Your car will break down whenever it wants to. Also, other great unexpected things happen. Like maybe your best friend has a baby and you want to be able to give the baby something, but the baby's coming sooner than what you thought, right? So make Earnin a part of your financial routine and join Earnin's over 3.5 million customers who say things like, when I think about Earnin, I think about financial stability and security. It gives me a lot of peace of mind. Download the Earnin app today, spelled EARNIN, in Google Play or Apple App Store. When you download the Earnin app, type in argument under podcast when you sign up, and it'll really help the show. Argument under podcast, subject to your available earnings, daily max and pay period max. See earnin.com/TOS for details. Earnin is a financial technology company, not a bank. Bank products are issued by Evolve Bank and Trust, member FDIC. What's up, everybody?
What's happening, family?
And welcome back to another episode of Is This Gonna Cause an Argument? My name is Angel. You might know me as Angel Akita, more the actress, or Angel Tanksley, the wife and mother. Oh, you know me as that chick Angel. The raptress, the host, the one that does the most, influencer. Oh, she's a abuser. That chick Angel. Ooh, that felt good to my soul. And I'm joined by this dapper man over here, my husband of 16 years, the other host of Is This Gonna Cause an Argument? Tell him who you are, baby.
I'm the other host of Is This Gonna Cause an Argument, Marcus Tanksley, a.k.a. Tank. Family, if this is your first time tuning in, we greatly appreciate it. This is a podcast me and my beautiful wife do every single goddamn week. And y'all hear this stuff every week. In this intro.
Yeah.
Hey.
And he's suburban.
And we pretty much talk about any and everything we feel like. And we talk about the love. We talk about relationships, current event. Could you please stop?
I will stop.
Thank you. And we are joined by our immediate family every week. That's the immediate family. They are in our Patreon.
That's what we call our Patreon.
And they're in our Patreon. And they watch us film this live every single week. They watching us right now. They've been watching us fight through these technical difficulties. They got comments coming in. So you may hear us comment to them or laugh or talk about something that they done said in these comments. And you can be a part of that immediate family. All you got to do is go to patreon.com/thatchickangel. Sign up for the low of $5 a month. Be a part of that goodness. And we are joined by some wonderful sponsors. You've already heard from one, Earnin. Who are the others, Angel?
The other one is our favorite. Who is it?
Every place.
Oh, he don't want to do it. He's upset. In BetterHelp, Jenny Kane, NXT. Oh, yeah. We'll tell you more about them later on in the podcast. And when you support our sponsors, you're actually supporting us. So if they have a service or a product that you're interested in, all right, use our promo code. Argument is the promo code in the Earnin app. And there'll be other codes. When you let them know that we sent you, we find out and they find out that we are good partnerships. So yeah, we'd appreciate it. Marcus, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
You got a lot of crumbs on your crotch, boo-boo. He was trying to hurry up and get in his breakfast before we started.
Dang.
I used that one. That's why it's like it. Marcus over here getting mad at these mics.
I already fixed it. It keeps falling.
Anyway, anywho, anyhow, we're going to start off today's episode with my favorite, Tanksley Pride. Tanksley Pride is the segment where we talk about one or two or three or all four of our boys. We have a 14-year-old, 8-year-old twins, and a 4-year-old. And let me tell you, these boys are truly, truly, truly my every chamber of my heart. They really, really are. Would you like me to start?
Full of surprises. Yeah, you can start.
Okay, so this is my favorite time of the year. While I love summer the most, Christmas, especially when it concerns me and my children, is my favorite time of the year. It's just full of so much magic. We don't do the whole Santa Claus thing. My kids did not grow up believing in Santa Claus. I just didn't grow up believing in it, and I think it's a very dumb lie. So, but we have other things that
we instead lie to them about elves.
No, the thing is that they know that this is all like a setup. So as my Tanksley Pride story, we are doing Elf on a Shelf with the boys. We started this tradition with them 2 years ago, and they really like it. Now, the whole story behind Elf on the Shelf is that this elf comes into your house December 1st and causes all this mischief. Our elves don't really cause mischief, but it's the twins' responsibility to find the elf every morning. And now Amar joins in, and they get some sort of like clue to where the elf might be. So the first day, LeBron the elf was in the microwave. So I told the twins when I came downstairs, I said, I got a text from LeBron. He is heated that you also haven't found him. Sai picks up on the clue immediately. Kai goes and runs into opens up the oven. He's not in the double oven. And then the microwave was the next and they found him. So excited.
I thought they would have just seen him. I didn't know I didn't know you didn't give him clues.
I could see him, but they didn't find him. The next day, he was hiding in our margarita themed Christmas tree that has like margarita themed things on it, like margarita mix glasses. It has tacos on there, peppers, and they were like, "We don't have a clue." And I said, "I don't have a clue." I said, "LaRon told me that he was in the mood for some tacos, but that was it." Well, LaRon was tucked deep in the tree to the point that I could even see him. And first they were in the pantry, then they were in the refrigerator, and then I was over there opening up the blinds by the tree, and Sai came over. He said, wait, this tree has tacos on it. And then he found them in there. Well, lo and behold, LaRon got homesick. He's actually been with us since November the 15th when the house got decorated. All of a sudden he showed up. Wasn't expecting him, but sure enough, I saw him. And so I was like, LeBron is homesick. And I said he wanted to be near people from his home. And then I told them, I said, also, when I found out he was homesick, I contacted some of his family back home. So I think somebody might have came in town to try to cheer him up. When I told them this, the way their faces lit up. So first they had a problem finding LeBron because they weren't really, I think they were so focused on, is there another elf in this house, that they couldn't really get the clue that I was giving them at first. And I was like, no, he's near people from back home. So first they went and looked at our elves that have our names on them. And I was like, where is LeBron even from? And they were like, the North Pole. So we only have a couple of Santa Clauses in the house. So they looked where the first one was. And they could not remember that we had a Mr. and Mrs. Claus. Marcus had to be like, there's a Santa Claus and a Mrs. Claus on the steps. So they went over there and they were like, there he is. And they were like, but did you say he has a family member? And I was like, yeah. I said, I don't know much about Jeff. That was the name that popped in my head. I said, all LeBron said was that, like, he's all about, being super cool and listening to music and his muscles. Kai was like, I'm going in the office. I don't know why that made him think the office. Sai was like, my dad listens to music when he works out. Meanwhile, Kai's looking now at the speakers in the front room where you keep the Bose or the Bluetooth speakers. And Sai he went out there. He was like, oh my God, he is dressed so cool. LaRon has on an 80s themed t-shirt. Jeff has on an 80s themed t-shirt in some lime green Nikes. And they were like, he has a cell phone in a music thing. I don't understand. I was like, he was born in the 80s. Apparently, this is LaRon's eldest brother. And Kai was like, the 80s? I was like, the 1980s. He was like, oh, I thought you meant the 1880s. I was like, listen, me and your father were born in the 80s. Calm that down. So anyways, they absolutely
born in the 1900s.
They absolutely love this game. Unlike Santa, they understand what's really going on. They love the game of it. So that is my Tanksley Pride story. If you're not watching our Vlogmas that's happening right now, it's a new vlog every single day. You get to go on the adventure with the boys of finding LaRon and now Jeff. And there might be more. I told them, I said, listen, I contacted his entire family. Jeff is the only one who responded currently. Sai was like, I don't know if we can handle a whole family of elves. I don't. This is what Sai said. I was like, oh my goodness. So we'll see how many of LaRon's family shows up, but it's great.
So absolutely under no circumstances will we ever lie to our kids about a fictional character that goes around delivering presents. But we will come up with 3 times as much story and lies about a family of elves.
It's not that. No, when people tell the story of Santa, they want the child to fully believe that this is not a lie. The twins know we are orchestrating this. There's the difference.
So you think everybody that tells their kids about Santa Claus want them to fully believe?
I would say majority. I'm not going to say everybody.
Okay. All right. Anyway.
No, I mean, when I see the discord, trust and believe, every year there is huge discord about the Santa thing. And people are heated when someone else tells their child the truth about Santa.
Okay.
Do you not believe what I'm saying?
I believe what you're saying. That's fine.
So what's the difference? It's almost like you're saying, okay.
They can have just as much fun with anything story that you tell them. Like, when we did do the whole slightly Christmas thing, like a Santa Claus thing, Marcus always knew Santa Claus was fake, but it was still the whole.
Right. I don't mind them like wanting to interact.
Can I do my Tanksley Pride story now?
Yeah, I'm just commenting on what you said.
I wasn't trying to get into a whole thing, but yeah. Of course you agree with Angel. The whole story of Santa Claus is much shorter than this whole elf thing.
It's not about the story of it. I don't want like I said, most of the time when people do Santa Claus, they want their child to actually believe.
We also knew a family that does Elf on a Shelf, and them kids absolutely believed that this elf was alive and real. And they couldn't touch it because he would lose his magic.
Yeah, I didn't do, and that's not what I did.
That's what I'm saying. It goes both ways. That's all I was saying.
If I thought there was a way to really pull off Santa without them truly believing in Santa Claus, I would have did it. But because pretty much the world is on board with the lie, it's harder to be like, he's not real. He is a character, because literally at little Marcus's school, the PE teacher was hell bent on getting Marcus to believe that Santa Claus was a real person. I had to argue my son back down.
Yeah, that's lunacy. Anyway, my Tanksley Pride story is dealing with Amar. We're currently trying to get him into the same school that all his brothers are in. So we have to do a family meeting. They got to do an assessment and all this stuff. And the biggest obstacle with Amar is getting him to act like he got some damn sense, meaning getting him to be social. And he agreed to being social on the way there. We said, we've been preparing for this for about a week now. I was like, hey, Amar, when someone asks you about school, what do you say? Oh, I tell them that I play games. I tell them that I eat lunch. I tell them about my friend. I found out a new friend today, Jackson. Love the name. That's one of his. No, we found it out yesterday. Or was it today?
It was yesterday.
Yesterday. So lo and behold, this morning, Angel's running through the drills with him again. Hey, what are you going to say? Do you want to go to this school? He's like, yeah, we're going to that school. He's like, yeah. He's all excited. We get in that room. he didn't do nearly as bad as he could have, but he didn't do nearly as good as he could have either.
And I already knew it was up. As soon as we walked into the building, I was like, well, game over.
Yeah. And I was like, boy. So the whole time he's sitting there and the man's asking a question, I'm like, hey, sit up. Make eye contact with this man. Like, all this talking that you done finally started doing this year, and you going to choose now to do this?
He put the toys over his face. He was whispering his answers.
Yeah, he did talk to them. He would whisper answers to him because he whispered an answer to Angel. The Angel was like, "You want to?" He said, "You can whisper it to me." So Mar went over and I wonder how much breath was coming out of Amar's ear into that man's mouth into his ear. He was still showing a little bit of personality, but not as much as he could.
I mean, we still think he's gonna get accepted.
Yeah, he'll definitely most likely get accepted. He's only 4, like, so it's only so much. You don't have those. He ain't one of them child prodigies, you know, one of them people that start acting really young. That's all they act 78 and they 5 years old.
Yeah, he ain't that.
He's not one of them. He's right on track, and he's really smart for his. He taught himself "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star" on the piano, like
by ear.
Yeah, by ear.
Pluck that little thing out.
And figured it out. So yeah, I was not surprised at how he acted. He definitely could have swung either direction, better or worse. But where he was, it was like right on par. But like Angel said, we forgot to bribe him before we went in.
I meant to, and I couldn't figure out a good enough bribe that would, and I should have bribed him with my phone, because then he would have been like, all right, bet, I'll show you a little something. He wouldn't have still done as good as I would have liked him to, because he was answering the questions in detail in the car with me, but obviously I'm his mother.
And he's in a different setting. Like when we're at the house, like people will come over, like, was it Quinn I saw him do it too the first time?
Yeah, Quinn was.
And he went into this full descriptive detail about school, about his favorite blanket, his toys up in his room. And he was just chatty Cathy with her. And I was like, I've never seen him do this with nobody.
Yeah.
Outside of us.
He also, what was good that he did show is that he will listen to us.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be like, he can't hear what you said. Say it again. And he would,
say it again louder.
Yeah, but
like when he was doing stuff like kids do that shy thing and he buries his face, it's like, no, set up. So he was set up. Like he normally listens to us anyway, but in this environment, you never know how a child's gonna react being put in front of a stranger that they don't know in a room that they're not familiar with. But anyway, that's my Tanksley pride. Just hoping we got to remember when they do this assessment that he has something on the line.
Listen, because he was just like, I'm not gonna give y'all much of me, and I knew, even though he was prepped, and the man literally asked all the questions I had coached him on.
Because I was when he was asking the questions, I was like, but then again, we've done this multiple times. But I was like, there's only so much you can ask a child. But I was like, did they give Angel the script?
No, I
because it was almost in the same order that Angel was asking him the question.
I was like, if I was trying to get to know a 4-year-old, these are the questions I would ask.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask my 4-year-old these questions.
It was the same questions verbatim.
I was like, he's like, what's your favorite food? And I was like, we did this one, thank God. Amar was like, a Lunchable.
He's like, what's your favorite part of the Lunchable? You like the cheese, you like the meat, you like the crackers? He said, Oreo.
The Oreos. I was like, listen, I didn't ask him that one. So I said, hey, you were able to think on your feet and tell the truth, which was great. But yeah, more than likely, I'd be so upset if he didn't get in, but I think he will. It is a very aggressive entry point for private schools, because that's when you legally have to start your child for school, is kindergarten.
Right.
So that's when most people are applying, and then they have people coming in from their TK class.
Yeah.
Coming up to kindergarten. So
and this school don't work off the brownie point system of, oh, you have siblings here, well, sure, your other siblings can come. They just like, no, we gonna get in who we want in.
So luckily they still like us, praise God, and they like our children. Woo. Well, I'm going to tell you about our next sponsor, and it is
Plates.
Yes, Every Plate. It is America's #1 best value meal kit. We love it for so many reasons. Okay, if you're looking to budget your food expenses this holiday season, get more bang for your bite with America's Best Value Meal Kit. Their meals are 50% cheaper than your average fast casual meal. So ditch the takeout to save money while still enjoying fresh, satisfying meals. They're the easiest way to eat affordably. Put the money you save towards making holiday plans. Crossing off your holiday to-do list, get every plate and take back your time with fewer trips to the grocery store and meals ready in 6 simple steps. Save even more time with quick and easy recipes, including easy cleanup options, ready in 30 minutes or less. They plan the meals and deliver pre-portioned ingredients right to your door so you can spend less time meal prepping and more time resting and relaxing over the holidays, okay? Because listen, every plate provides plenty of delicious variety, so you'll never have to stress over what's for dinner. With 26 tasty and affordable recipes that change every week, it's easy to find something flavorful and satisfying for every meal of the day, like breakfast 24/7, 15 minutes or less meals, feel good food, and big batch faves. Plus, add more delicious options to your order with over 25 convenient sides, breakfast items, lunches, snacks, desserts, and more. We love every plate. Truly, if we were to compare what we spend on takeout, every plate by far is the better value. We save so much money to order food at a non-junk food type of restaurant, right? And I'm not talking about some 5-star restaurant. I'm talking about 3 stars, and they are quote unquote an affordable restaurant. For a family of 6, we're spending close to $200 with the delivery fees, with tip, all the things that they expect of you to spend. With every plate, we bring that price down so low. And the food is good because we don't want to save money and sacrifice quality.
And fresh.
Okay, and it's fresh. I absolutely love every plate, and I know you will as well. Get a meal for $1.49 plus $1 steaks for life by going to everyplate.com/podcast and entering code 49argue.
49argue.
Subscription must be active to qualify and redeem the $1 steak. Get started with Every Plate for just $1.49 per meal plus $1 steaks for life by going to everyplate.com/podcast and entering code 49argue.
49argue.
Subscriptions must be active to qualify and redeem the $1 steak. Again, that URL is everyplate.com/podcast and entering code 49argue.
49argue.
All right, and with that you'll get every plate of $1.49 per meal plus $1 steak, and know that your subscription must be active to qualify and redeem the $1 steak. We thank you, Every Plate, for sponsoring this podcast.
Absolutely. And yes, I agree. A Lunchable is a charcuterie board and vice versa.
Oh, with the board in there. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Okay, so we haven't done this in a while, but I feel like it's in my husband's spirit. And that's Hot Tanksley Take.
Hot Tanksley Take.
Don't y'all miss him singing the jingles for the songs? For the sections?
No.
That's why I sing so much at the beginning, because he won't give us that.
You sung long before I was doing
but I sing longer now to make up.
That ain't possible.
Yeah, I sing because you stopped. All right. I want you to give me a hot Tanksley take on being an influencer.
Easy. First of all, being an influencer can be absolutely trash. You hear me? Absolutely trash. None of these goddamn platforms, I don't care which one you name off, are consistent. All right, 2 years ago, people were making a whole lot of money on YouTube. Mm-hmm. They were making a whole lot. People were making money on Instagram. Mm-hmm. And them things will switch it up swiftly. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? They will switch it up. So they switch it up quicker than, I don't even know. Mm-hmm. I couldn't even think about it to the point to where it's like, oh, now you got to do just like the blue check on Instagram. They used to have a certain amount of, I don't know how they did their whole algorithm. You get a blue check. Now you just pay for the goddamn blue check. I'd be damned. I ain't paying for it. I ain't what they say. I ain't paying the $5 or however much it is. It's like that's just one aspect of it. Everything is constantly changing. People thinking that it's easy. Oh, y'all just doing this and y'all just doing that. It ain't. It ain't, because you actually getting paid to do this stuff. And it's not like clocking in a 9 to 5, because your 9 to 5 gonna stay the same. If they change something, it's gonna take 6 months to roll out that plan. It's like, now we're gonna start in the eastern region and see how it works out. You got time to adjust to that. You absolutely have no time to adjust to anything. When you, would you say influence content creator?
Yeah.
Am I on the right vein? You have no time to change to any of that. 2, there's no time off. Everything you do got to be, oh, you said influencer.
You can do content creator. Keep
I'm
going.
going to do it all.
Go ahead.
3, I don't know the difference between the two. Angel been trying to get me to understand, no, this content creation, this is influencer. Is getting in front of a camera and doing some stuff for some people that got a whole bunch of opinion. Most of them like you, some of them don't, but everybody got an opinion. That's the other thing. Watching my damn mouth. Watching my mouth. I have to fall further into I don't care, because I can't care as much, because everybody's an expert. Everybody knows better. Everybody knows you more than yourself. They can tell me and Angel more about our relationship than we can. Angel done messed around. I done messed around. We swingers with other people, apparently.
Nobody said that.
They said that when TBTB first started. That was most of the comments. Oh, yeah, these couples is swinging.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Idiots. You understand what I'm saying? It's absolutely ridiculous. What was the other one? Oh, yeah. Me having to watch what I say, watch what I do. Now you got to be careful of who you do other stuff with, just in case they do some ignorant stuff. Or I got to watch who I do other stuff with, because I might do something ignorant to mess up somebody else's stuff. Tab can't do a whole bunch of stuff with me, because I'll quickly be like, man, the hell with them assholes. That can't be attached to Tab time. You understand what I'm saying? It can be stressful is all I'm saying. This content creation and influencer vein, trying to figure out what the hell I want to do pisses me off, because I don't know, but I do know. You know how annoying that is, to know what you want to do but not know what you want to do? 9 to 5, I didn't want to do it, but guess what? I knew that, and I just did it any damn way. Over here, I have absolutely no excuse to not do what I want to do, but I don't know how to do what I want to do, and I don't know what I want to do. See how stupid that shit sounds? Influencer content creation.
Yeah, you hit most of it. You did.
That's just some of it. Give me time to write something down. I got you.
And just to help you out one more time, every influencer is a content creator.
Yes, but every content creator ain't no influencer.
Boom.
It's like bourbon and whiskey.
So you get it.
No. Because I understand bourbon and whiskey. I understand what makes whiskey. I understand what makes bourbon. I still don't understand what makes those other two.
It's in the name. An influencer is trying to influence their audience for something. They're using their audience as a leveraging tool. So,
well, as an influencer, I'm a bad role model. Okay. I create content.
You are now slowly stepping into becoming an influencer, but you are definitely more of a content creator at heart.
All right.
The reason why Marcus has a hard time being an influencer is because he doesn't care what his audience likes or doesn't like. That. So it's all about.
Why don't you ever tell me this in private?
Because
when you mentoring me,
you don't really be wanting to. But this is the thing. Curiosity helps me help you. Like questions help me help you. You are a bit of a know-it-all like me.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
So anyways, you like what you like, and it's not, you've liked what you like, not for other people to consume. So Marcus will be deep into something that he likes, and he might even record it. He will forget to share it with you all. because it was for his own personal, you know, it made you feel good. Where it's like, if you start sharing it, as you continue down the path of enjoying the things that you like in your hobbies, your real audience will start to unfold. You do have a real audience now, but even your truer audience will start to unfold, and they'll start to be like, what did you use? They'll want to be influenced by you.
You know why I would never have that specific vein of audience? Because I'm into the most random
but they'll find
shit.
They'll
be like, oh, he like telescopes. Oh, I stargaze. Ooh, this is dope. Fashion, ain't nobody that's into fashion in astrology or astronomy and vice versa.
You can have
cars.
The thing is, your audience is, you have the perfect audience for you, but then you have like the combination, and the people who just want the funny family stuff, right? That's the majority of your audience, and we praise God for y'all.
Absolutely.
You'll then start to find the more niche people, the people who are really into old school cars. Once you start posting more of that content, those people will start to find you, right? I feel like that'll be a smaller part of your audience. It'll probably be a long time before that ever becomes your main audience. Men's fashion, I feel like, will be your biggest audience eventually.
Yeah, that's what I'm just gonna lean into, because I see how I caught myself.
Good job.
Dudes don't know how to be. I'm not the most fashionable person by a long shot. I know that. I ain't up on the latest trends. I don't know what's in, what's to wear, what not to wear. I hired Angel's fashion stylist one time. I liked maybe 20% of the stuff, and she got me a lot of stuff. I'm like, I'm not doing none of that. I'll do this right here. That's where I'm at. However, dudes don't be knowing what to wear. They don't know how to dress, and I see it.
Yeah.
Look, if you want to dress younger than yourself, fine, do you. If you want to dress older, good with that. But just put on something that makes sense.
So the reason why I think that'll probably be your biggest audience,
at least dudes my age,
because it captures a lot of the audience you already have. Because a lot of women have husbands that are like, I like what Tank has on. I could get that for my husband for a gift. You have a male audience as well that most of them are kind of in your vein, meaning they're not about to be out here as superstars wearing like rhinestones belts and leather pants. They're not going to do that. They're going to wear jeans most of the day, or they're going to wear joggers. They're not about to be out here dressed like Usher Raymond. So that audience already exists. You just are just now starting to show them, these are the things that I wear, and this is where you can get them.
Yeah.
So
therapy did that too.
Yeah.
You already don't care what people think, so just post what you're doing anyway.
Truly. And it's freeing once you do it. What my therapist told me, speaking of therapy, she said, the beauty in being a content creator / influencer is that we're telling our story, right? And so what a lot of people don't do in their regular day in life is tell their story. And by telling your story, you help to validate your experiences. We luckily, it's a part of our job. So our experiences are already valid. Marcus doesn't need validation. It's the thing. So that's why he doesn't tell his story. Is that kind of...
No, that's very true.
So, yeah.
I think I'm just going to let this fall all the way down and then just raise this part. Just so.
Yeah, you might as well, because I'm sure.
over here struggling. It's like X getting on the couch.
So do you now understand the difference? Like Miss Christine, who I always have to keep telling you who she is. She's the curvy, she does clothing. That's all she does.
Came by the house?
Yes.
Yeah.
She is an influencer through and through. She puts on outfits for us, those of us who have a little more body to us. Granted, she and I are shaped very different, so the stuff she wears does not look like that on me. And so she's the woman that you go to when you're trying to get influence on what you wear to occasion.
Yeah, I've seen her Only time I've seen her is when she was over at the house and when you show me pictures of her trying to get me to know who she is. I don't know who she is.
I mean,
you brought her up multiple times, but
yes.
yeah, that's it. Like,
well, she's adorable. I love her.
No, yeah, you've brought her up. You're a big fan of her. I just don't know.
Kevin is not an influencer for real. Kevin is a content creator. He can influence people to buy tickets all day long.
Right.
But for the most part, Kevin is about getting his jokes off.
Right.
And creating content around his thoughts versus, hey guys, get a house like me. Or hey guys, I use this. Kevin could care less about that. Other than his take on movies, which is where he gets probably a lot of his ads from, like branded content from. Melissa Fredericks is an influencer.
Yeah.
She is Melissa the influencer, and her main thing is fashion.
Yeah.
So, and I'm both. Boom. I do the content creation is mainly what you and I do together with our couples challenges. That is all about content. Influencing wise, you love it.
I hate it.
You love it.
Let me tell you how bad this bullshit done got.
What?
I have a group full of people that I've known most of my life, meaning more than 20 years. We have a text thread that's all car related. We have that same group of people is on Instagram. They done started posting these damn challenges in that group, and I'm about to cuss everybody out. Because that ain't, no.
Go ahead.
That ain't what this is for. You fools done had babies. Y'all done got married. Y'all ain't posted none of that in this. It ain't been nothing but cars. It ain't even naked chicks over there. It's just cars. Mm-hmm. And now y'all putting this crap in there. I'm about to delete the whole group.
Because you don't like, is it our challenges or challenges?
Yeah, it's other people's challenges
that they want you to do. Oh, here's the thing. Why does you see how much, first of all, we went to a party this weekend, right? And multiple people, and I've been meaning to bring this up to you. Multiple people came up to us to tell us their thoughts on the content you and I create. Please tell the audience some of the comments that people said to us at this party. Now, this was a Black Hollywood party. We were in there with some movers and shakers.
They say they love the content we create together.
One man said, you all are like the Huxtables.
Okay, that ain't just no goddamn challenges. We got this together. We do sketches together.
It's been a while since we've done sketches.
But people love them sketches.
Yes, but okay.
Y'all, we gotta do another we gotta do another Hotep
family.
Family.
We really do. Another couple, mover and shakers. This is a couple who I like. You know, if it came to what does it look like to be a power couple, they are who I would be like, yes. They were like the husband, not the wife. I'm used to wives being the more complimentary. The husband was like, what you all are doing is so smart, is so good, and it is needed. To the point that they were like, we've got to get your husband out to our event.
And I was there.
I said he was there. He was like, you were there? You enjoyed? But I'm talking about to be integrated into the programming. Sir.
He's talking about content in general, not them damn challenges.
No.
I don't care.
But
I don't care.
Quit blocking your
To me, it sounds like.
Do you want me to mentor you or not?
I don't care. No, not on that
front. Excuse me. I'm just saying, babe.
I'm just saying. I didn't say it. You can keep saying.
Do you want a better life?
I got a great one already.
Do you want a better one?
I'll accept my blessings as they come. From the good Lord himself or herself.
Do you want a better life? Well, you can get a better life with BetterHelp. And BetterHelp is a sponsor of today's episode. The show is brought to you by BetterHelp. What do we have like a policy on gift giving during the holidays with the kids and with our family? I feel like with the kids now, we're more about experiences. Mm-hmm. We try to get most of the people that we care about a little something.
Yeah.
an actual gift. The teenagers and stuff, we do gift cards like with our or young adult nieces and nephews. That's what I try to do. And then obviously during this holiday season is when like I really focus on spending time with the kids, spending time with my husband. We went on a bunch of different like mini dates this weekend because of the events. It's absolutely a time that I enjoy. But whether or not your family gives gifts during the holidays, you get to define how to give to yourself. And the holidays are a great time to do that. So whether it's by starting therapy, going easier on yourself during tough moments, or treating yourself to a day of complete rest, remember to give yourself some love this holiday season. As you know, Marcus and I have both talked about how much we have benefited from therapy and how therapy has helped us try to break through some mental cycles that we were going through that weren't benefiting us, wasn't benefiting our purpose or the goals that we wanted to reach. And what I absolutely love about therapy is that it truly is a gift to myself. It is a gift that keeps on giving, that I feel like has made me a better person. It hasn't made me a perfect person, but definitely better. And I feel like my life has gotten better because of therapy. And I truly, sincerely can't think of many other things that have had such an impact on my life in a positive way, especially my adult life. If you're thinking about starting, or if you're thinking of starting therapy, you should give BetterHelp a try. What I love about BetterHelp is that it's completely online and it's made flexible so that you can do it anywhere. Okay, you can do it in your car, you can do it in your bedroom, wherever is convenient for you. And you don't have to go into a traditional office and, fight through traffic, right? All you have to do is take a brief questionnaire and they'll link you with a licensed therapist. And if you're not like fitting well with this therapist, you can switch therapists at any time for no additional cost. In the season of giving, give yourself what you need with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/argue today.
Argue.
To get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/argue.
Argue.
Now, after you done got your insides feeling good, let's get your outsides looking great too, because this podcast is also sponsored by Jenny Kane. Okay. Listen, you guys, I absolutely love Jenny Kane. And this is the perfect time to be able to tell you all more about them this holiday season, because we are in winter. Right? If it's not winter where you at, winter's around the corner, and your wardrobe should definitely be refreshed for the winter time, in the winter months. Jenny Kane is a California brand through and through, and it makes getting dressed easier with their stapled pieces. Okay, think about minimalist and effortless and totally refined. It also makes me think of a luxury. Okay, from luxurious cashmere sweaters and iconic accessories to elevate versions of your everyday basics, not to mention the most incredible home essentials too. Jenny Kane is here to help you live your best holiday season yet. And for a limited time, our listeners get 15% off their first order. Go to JennyKane.com and use our code ARGUE15 to get 15% off your order. Okay. Now, what I love about Jenny Kane, now this isn't this isn't a winter item, but I still want to tell you about it because I think it's absolutely gorgeous. They have these leather knotted sandals that when I tell you, you want, especially after a fresh pedicure, you want your feet to look expensive. These sandals are absolutely gorgeous. I actually got them for my niece. It's the season of giving. And they're so cute. They're black, and I've seen her wear them so many times, and it really does elevate the outfit. Their home items are also absolutely gorgeous. We have a beautiful throw blanket that we use that's like heavy with nice weight to it, as well as the color is perfect for our house, and it feels so soft. And I know this is going to sound crazy, but their hand sanitizer is the best hand sanitizer I've ever used. It actually smells great. You know, some hand sanitizers make you want to gag. Listen, we are in the flu and cold season. You're going to need some hand sanitizer. And I'm telling you, Jenny Kane, has got exactly what you want. in any season, but especially this one. Their sweaters are the it item. Lately, we've been obsessed with the Flynn cashmere sweater. It's a perfect wear with anything V-neck, and the cashmere half zip is such a cool everyday staple. They're back in the must-have shades, and you bet you need to be adding both to your cart. Jenny Kane is known for their super luxe yet lightweight sweaters, and trust us, they do cashmere better than any one. Marcus has the cashmere fisherman sweater. It is in like a grayish color,
yes,
right?
Gray.
And the cashmere cocoon cardigan are bestsellers in every season. But I'm always most excited to style them for fall and winter. They are just amazing. So gift yourself and your loved ones the best gift of all, Jenny Kane. Our listeners get 15% off their first order when they use our code ARGUE15.
ARGUE15.
Let me say that again. It's ARGUE15.
ARGUE15.
At jennykane.com. That's 15% off your first order, JENNIKAYNE.com, and use code, say the code, ARGUE15.
ARGUE15.
Okay? Let getting dressed be one less thing to worry about.
Tippy-tay, tippy-tay.
Let me tell you, the having to switch back and forth is not easy for your girl. Just FY to the I. Anyway, Marcus, you are whatever you want to be. Okay? If you want to be an influencer, be an influencer. If you want to be a content creator, just be a content creator. Both make money.
I'm gonna do both because I want to.
Or do both. That's what I just said. Do what you want to do.
You said or if you want to be. Ain't no or, it's and.
That's no.
Oh, yes. That's
no.
Hey, look, ain't no or, y'all. It's and. Because that's what you want. Make it happen.
You talking to yourself?
And them.
But are you also talking to yourself?
I'm talking to them. I'm being transparent right now.
And I'm saying, is it an and?
Get your finger out my face.
Is it an and? All right, we're going to jump into the main topic today, and we're going to talk about some regrets that we've had in our life. At the end of the year, it just feels like the end of the year and the top of the year is always very reflective period of time. Mm-hmm. We kind of be like, what the hell did I do this year? Or what didn't I do, more importantly? But I was like, Marcus, let's take it further back and think about things that we wish we would have done differently. Now, what I will preface this with is things that we had control over, because there are certain things where life just gave us what it gave us. Yeah. But there are other situations, if we're honest with ourselves, we can look and say that was a choice that I made, and now I'm reaping the consequence of it, whether it be good or bad. I'll go first. One thing I do wish I would have done differently is I wish I would have had my kids closer together in age. Mm-hmm. Looking at having a 9th grader and having a preschooler, it can be a bit daunting, and not just daunting in the fact of parenting them at two very different times in life. I feel like Amar would benefit more from his older brother if he was closer to him in age. He benefits from little Marcus right now. Little Marcus babysits him, but benefit from watching what little Marcus is doing. Granted, we were able to watch our siblings that were 10 years older than us and stuff like that.
The twins.
Yeah, but I'm just saying if they were all closer together, and then vice versa, the older siblings would benefit from Amar more. If he were older. I don't know what that would have looked like for us as a married couple, how we would have raised 4 kids closer in age. But a part of me does regret putting so much space in between them.
This is like, it kind of goes because I regret the regret. Okay. I used to regret not going further in college. Like, I have associates. I have an AA in applied science. That's how I was able to go into my career so early. Because I didn't do the traditional 4.5, 5 years. I did 2.5 and got that certificates, degrees, and started working. And I used to regret not going further because I was like, oh, I could have done this and done that. And then later on in life, I'm glad I didn't, because I realized that I was sitting in boardrooms and having meetings with the people that had the degrees I would have ended up with. But I came into those scenarios with experience over book knowledge. Everything that they had a theory about, I had working knowledge of. So I regret having that regret, because I'm like, no, it should have just been fine where I was, because it's like that whole grass is greener. Oh, if I, did this longer or did that, I would have been doing this. I would have been doing that. I would have been set myself up better. And it's like, no, I set myself up pretty good to get the experience.
Do you think that revelation also had to do, because most people don't know, you went back to school for a semester?
Oh, I did. A semester. It was online, and I was like, this ain't for me. This is stupid.
Me and Marcus were both in school at the same time. And he was like, yep, that'll be the end of that one. Thanks so much, guys.
Won't be needing that.
He was working.
I forgot all about that.
Were you going to work? Were you going to work towards a BA? What were you going to do?
I think it was a BA. I don't remember now.
Oh, because you only taking a singular class, right?
It was one or two. I think it was just the one. And taking that class, I was just like, why am I taking a class on doing this when I could just learn this and then apply it to a job? It just didn't make sense to me at that age and time. I was like, this just doesn't make sense. Like, why am I
was pregnant with the twins?
I was like, why am I doing this? It's like you get credit for, studying this particular book or these particular books on this particular thing just to get a college credit. I'm like, I could just study these and then apply it to my career for a lot cheaper than having somebody quiz me on it.
Yeah. Something I regret is, the mismanagement of money is something that I regret in my adult life. I feel as though we, even prior to now, and right now our company is Gucci. We make more than enough money to cover our bills, to pay an employee, to pay a couple of contractors, to pay, tuition for our kids or what have you. However, we made money prior to this, especially when our expenses were lower. But it never felt like, other than our house, we didn't have much to show for it, because we would nickel and dime our money out of our bank account. Excuse me.
Yeah, end of the year was always like, wait, we made what?
Right. And it would be like, okay, the money went to me eating at this place instead of cooking at home. The money went to me buying a whole bunch of $20 heels instead of, you got a pair of black heels, girl, you don't need a different pair of black heels. It was a lot of that little, like, spend a little here, spend a little there, but nothing that fully amounted to something that I can even tangibly hold now. Besides owning a home, that has been the best decision we've ever made before. I don't really feel as though besides the experience of life, I don't think I have anything to show for the years prior to where I made a good living.
I remember having those thoughts, and looking back on them now, it's like we would sit back and at the end of the year calculate up everything we made, and we would be like, oh my God, like, how do we bring in this much money? And I think we're putting a thought process behind people that make this much money have this. And we ain't got there to where I see where you're coming from, and I used to have that thought, but at the same time, it's like, I'm glad we're getting to enjoy life. I think enjoying life in the moment goes a lot further than what you may think back on it. It's like, why was I out there doing that? Because you were working hard and you decided to treat yourself and you were enjoying that. And I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that.
No, and I get that. I'm not saying that I needed to sit on my hands and just not do anything. I'm just saying, instead of buying a bunch of $20 heels, it'd be different if I had vacations to show for it. Mm-hmm. I have shoes that are gone because they're so out of style or they fell apart or whatever. I just wish I could have delayed maybe a little so that the thing that I decided to treat myself with was something that had a little more staying power. Mm-hmm. You know, like
a classic car.
I was about to say, like for Marcus, he keeps treating himself with classic cars.
Yeah, and they're going to keep treating the family.
With their break-ups in repairs.
They've only appreciated.
In repairs.
The Mustang has appreciated.
In repairs.
The other one's definitely going to appreciate it.
It hasn't, though.
It has.
It hasn't appreciated over what has been.
I bet it does.
Spent. Oh, it has not, is what I'm saying.
I bet it has.
Go ahead and talk about
you
your
in a
regrets.
vein you don't understand. I regret not getting more classic cars sooner.
He must
regret I have right there.
He regrets being married as well.
Today.
He definitely regrets.
Number 2, regret being married. Let me see. A regret that I have is.
Now tell the truth.
What?
You had some regret about getting that second classic car at first.
They don't even know about the second classic car, but yeah, I did it first. I had regrets about getting the second classic car when initially when I first got it. I had regrets about them. It's buyer's remorse.
It
but
wasn't
the second,
just about. Go ahead.
God dang.
I'm
second classic car I realized needed a major repair that I didn't know about, and I did regret that until I got it back and started it. Now I was like, oh yeah, that was foolish to have those thoughts. Foolish. I lost track of what the hell I was saying. Mm-hmm. Go again.
I regret getting a 4-car garage at this house because instead of us,
you ain't regretted it yet.
Instead of us, no, I have. Instead of us having like more space, my husband is just trying to fill each space with a car.
Because I have to, because otherwise it would get filled with junk. Full of junk.
Treat yourself.
Full of pointless junk.
Treat yourself.
That gets thrown away when you're out of town or put in a storage unit that we have to pay for. That's what happens. No.
The storage unit happened because of what?
The car that appreciates.
Okay.
How you fill up a 4-car garage with junk?
First of all, don't make it seem like everything in that storage is mine. Okay, lie to the people then. Go ahead.
Got audition tapes from high school. Cassette tapes.
They're cassette.
Bins of cassette tapes. The only reason why the VHS movies.
The only reason why the cassette tapes hasn't been thrown away is because my grandmother is on one of those.
Let's find out which one. Throw away the rest.
Okay.
What about the VHS? Remember you and Wendell purchased a VHS to DVD?
When I tell you I tried to learn how to use that thing, and that thing moved like, so if the VHS was 2 hours long, it was going to take 12 hours to convert it over to digital.
Just one time though.
Right, but we had planned on doing all of them, and it was just like I knew I couldn't have been doing it right. I do need to send it off to that one place where you could just put it all in a box, and they convert all of it.
To what? What they gonna convert it to?
They give you a digital version of it.
And the digital version would be obsolete by the time you got ready to go back and listen or watch or whatever it is to that.
Go ahead. I did 2 back to back.
Something I regret. You did do 2 back to back. I regret. I remember when I was living in Kentucky. I regret not. I said that while I was still living there too. I regret not being more ambitious. Because that ambition, I feel like once I had kids, disappeared even more. Or I, what's it called? Shied away from it. Mm-hmm. I can't remember the word. I can't think of the word. Suppressed it even more once I, had my first child, because I feel like, oh, you got to be careful. You got to do this, got to do that. I definitely regret not being more ambitious in Kentucky. I was a little bit to where, I was working as an electrician, and I was also doing side work. But I could have, I started stepping out. I could have done more, and I started doing more as like an independent, quote unquote, independent contractor. And actually, all of that started to blossom right before I moved to California. That's when I started getting all the phone calls from planting those seeds of doing side work. People wanted me there was one person that wanted me to manage all of their residential and commercial properties for electrical and maintenance. There's 2 other companies that called me that I think a week or so after that first person called me, I was like, well, God dang, I'm about to move now. But if I put all that ambition into play before, I would have been set up and probably had people under me to take that stuff over and made that more passive income. So yeah, delayed ambition, I would call it, is what I regret.
Well, you know what's no longer delayed is his sleep, okay? Because we got Next Evo in this house together. Do you understand? Now, certain things don't go well together, like oil and water. They just don't be like jiving together. Ooh, or saying jive in 2023. That doesn't go together well. Well, our bodies don't absorb CBD oil well, so when you reach for an oil-based CBD product, you could be absorbing as low as 6% of what's on the label. Next Evo Naturals developed a proprietary water-soluble form of CBD, clinically tested multiple times, which is proven to work faster and absorb 4 times better. So you can stay calmer and sleep better during the stressful time of year. CBD only works if it gets into your body. And only Next Evo has proven their all natural gummies and capsules absorb 4 times better than most oil-based products. We love Next Evo Naturals in this household. Now, let me tell you, I be tearing up them de-stressor gummies. Do you understand? I have such a busy plate that is packed with so many things that are so like pulled in different directions. I know stress does not help me deal with them more. Okay, actually remaining in a more calm state allows me to get so much done. It's kind of insane. It's like a superpower. Where my husband, bless his heart, that baby don't be getting to sleep. But Next Evo rocks him to sleep like a baby that just got fed a bunch of breast milk and has a full stomach. That's how Next Evo be like, come on, baby, go night-night, go night-night. And I do believe it's because of how much of what's in the product our bodies actually absorb. It's not well known, but CBD isn't actually oil, but other companies offer to dissolve it in oil because it's a cheap and easy way to make the product, like tinctures and gummies. CBD only works when it's absorbed in the body, so Next Evo did the hard work and created a unique proprietary water-soluble form of CBD. Their products absorb faster, better, and are more delicious with no himpy aftertaste. With so many choices, you can trust the brand with data. Next Evo products are proven to absorb 4 times better than most oil-based products, and they work fast with absorption starting at just 10 minutes. Now you can try their brand new extra strength daily wellness CBD gummies that are 2 times stronger than the regular strength. Don't waste your time with oil-based CBD that might not work. Upgrade to a better natural solutions from Next Evo. Go to nextevo.com and use promo code ARGUE to get 25% off. That's 25% off at nextevo.com. Promo code ARGUE. Okay, listen, we rolling through. I would say a bigger regret that I have is there was like a long period of time where I wasn't talking to my biological father. And in the grand scheme of life, it doesn't feel like a long period of time, but when you're getting older, it does. And I wish that much time hadn't gone by because, as you know, our parents are getting older. Both of our moms are in our 70s. Marcus's father is passed away. And while I don't think I would ever necessarily have a close relationship with my biological father, I do realize that once a person is gone, they are gone. Like there's no, well, let me just get that time back. So I wish there would have been a way for us not to have severed as much as we did, so that that time hadn't have been wasted. Because I think about my kids, maybe because I'm a person who really does like to know where she's from. Really, I like to be. Marcus has a very strong history on his mother's side because his people all stayed in one location for such a long time, so they can trace a little bit further back. Where For me, it's a little bit harder. So like just even knowing my African ancestry was such a big thing to me. And I'm like, oh, we're going to Sierra Leone. I'm going to get my dual citizenship because I just think that stuff is important. And it's stuff that our kids can kind of pull to when they get older.
Yeah, I'm currently, not even currently, I think I just gave up on everybody. Trying to get people, there's people in my family that I'm trying to get them to not live the same regrets about family, repeating those same mistakes. Like I have some people that ain't talking to other people in the family. I'm just like, and the main first person that says something is one of the people that's also doing the same thing. It was like, one day that person won't be around. You will most likely outlive that person. You will regret all of this time that you're spending not talking to them because they done got old and set in their ways. I'm like, you over here doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Not talking to people.
Yeah.
Not even like being mad about it or being disgruntled about something that happened. You just over there being quiet and off to yourself, not communicating. I'm like, and you already got regret that you living with. You gonna end up living with more. But I'm to the point, I'm like, look, I got 4 boys. I ain't raising nobody else. I'm done. Like, y'all just gonna have to live y'all's life. I would say, Angel asked me this question when we were on our way here, like, about regrets and everything. And I brought up the whole degree thing. And then I was like, I used to regret that. Then I was like, I regret having those thoughts because I spent a lot of time thinking on it. But in this conversation, I realized like there's things sometimes I wish I did differently, but I don't have a whole lot of regret that I live with.
Do you regret not starting therapy sooner?
No, I don't. I think therapy now is more beneficial now that I know that I've exhausted, because if I didn't exhaust all of what I thought I could do for myself, I would be questioning whether I needed a therapist. And I know that. I'm like, I could have come to this conclusion without, especially the fact when I'm sitting in therapy, I do most of the talking and it's me figuring stuff out. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't think I would have been at this point in my life if I had started therapy sooner.
Okay. All right. That's good. That's good.
I know you ain't got to tell me. I don't need nobody's validation.
Keep your hand over there. Oh,
you.
come on.
Silly ass.
Give me I'm going to lean into that. Listen, Marcus, he be playing hard to get sometimes, guys, but we going to get him back over here.
I be playing, y'all don't see these signs of me. This is the distress signals I'm sending out and ain't nobody calling nobody.
You're not distressed, are you? Are you? We're going to go to audience comment of the week.
Hey, oh, yeah.
Crazy ass girl. What is it? Oh, did she send it to us?
No. Not audience question. Audience comment. Deidre EJ said, Marcus, my fellow Aquarian, I am with you. Mac and cheese can kick rocks.
Yes.
I'm here for the greens and the dressing.
Get it out of here.
Yum, yum. Black heart, black heart, black heart. Feel better, angel. Prayer hands, prayer hands, prayer hands.
Yeah, put mac and cheese on the side of the interstate and let semi-trucks pass it in slush and sleet and snow.
Oh, well, that's
it's not
terrible.
Needed. It's just not needed.
Real quick, before we let y'all go, if y'all didn't see already, I hit 500K on TikTok. Pew, 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 pew.
Edit in some streamers and fireworks.
We did it. So if you're not following me or Marcus on TikTok, please make sure you do. I want to get my numbers up on Instagram as well. It's so weird to be considered a TikToker. I am an Instagram baby, okay? I'm a YouTuber, but apparently I'm a TikToker too. So if you're not following me on all those platforms, please do. And the last little announcement I wanted to say, one margarita. If you haven't seen my Spotify yearly wrap up, one margarita just on Spotify had over 17.5 million streams.
That's crazy.
Over 4.4 million individual listeners. one of the things that really just blew my mind was how many playlists the song had been put on.
Yeah.
It was in the hundreds of thousands, as well as how many people I was listed in their top 10 artists, because Spotify will show you top 10 artists that you've listened to in 2023. Now, mind you, I didn't do that in 2023. I did that in 5 months in 2023. Yeah. Me, Steve, and Carl, Giant Music. This is what was my sister Melissa, their attorney, Vince. This is what was accomplished in 5 months. The year they sent me the wrap up before December 1.
Yeah, a lot of people get that stuff early next year, the following year. Look at what this almost like a tax thing. Look what we did last year. I did it in 4.5, 5 months.
Yeah, so
she single-handedly ruined hip hop.
I did with a little help from Sexy Red,
in a little under 5 months, a little over 5 months. Something like it.
Ruined it, and I'm so excited to ruin hip hop even more in 2024. So I actually have a meeting with my music manager.
Takes people decades to do that.
And I did it quickly with my butt cheeks in my pants. I'll be meeting with my music manager on Wednesday, so hopefully you all will be getting new music soon, which makes me so nervous and so exciting. Actually, Patreon got to hear half of one of the songs. That's one of the benefits of being a part of our Patreon. You get exclusive stuff too.
Get all the exclusivity. That second car that we was talking about, they done seen it.
They know the name. They
know the name. They done seen the engine. They done seen everything.
So
repairs.
Any announcements for you, my love?
Y'all know I ain't got nothing new. I was thinking about doing some man shit, something special for the holidays, but I don't have time to ramp up any of that. I was trying to think of like different products or something to drop. I know queen shit, but for man shit,
that would be the easiest thing to drop.
Could be. I'm seriously thinking about queen shit, but like as far as like a gift box like I did last year, we started that in September, October last year to get that to drop, and things still went wrong. So no, I ain't got nothing new on that front, but y'all know where y'all can find me. Instagram, Marcus on the Gram, Facebook, and Marcus on the Book, TikTok at Take Don't Talk, Beard and Body Butter, Man Shit. You can go to MANSHYT, check that out.
Patreon will be back on Wednesday. Marcus will be doing Fixing Shit on Wednesday at 12 noon. And then Friday, we will be back with a short bonus episode, a nice intimate chat with Marcus and Angel. So until then, you all make sure you check out our sponsors, Earnin, Every Play, BetterHelp, Jenny Kane, and Next Evo. Please use our promo codes. Let them know that we sent you. And until next time, which will be Wednesday, we'll see y'all then. Love y'all.
Y'all have a good one, fam.
Bye.